Hey, what's up guys? Sloth King here. Have you ever looked at the side of your tire and thought there's no way I'm supposed to understand all of this? Because wrapped around every tire is a code made up of numbers, letters, and symbols. And that code tells you how much weight your tire can carry, how fast it's rated to go, how old it is, how it's built, and whether it's even safe to use. And here's the scary part. A tire can look perfectly fine on the outside and still be unsafe, just based on what's written on the sidewall. By the end of this video, you'll be able to walk up to almost any car, read the tire, and know in under 30 seconds whether it's the right tire, the wrong tire, or a potential problem. Let's get into this and break it down. All right, let's start off with the tire size and what it really means. So let's go check out one of my tires. All right, so if we look right here, 265/70 R17. That's what we're going to focus on. This is going to be your tire size right here. This is going to be the largest group of characters on the tire. The 265 will be the tire's width in millimeters, and it's measured from sidewall to sidewall. And what that means is if we look at the tire like this, there's your tread patch here, sidewall, and sidewall. The 265 is measured across here. That is going to be your tire's width. And then the next number is going to be 70. That is going to be your tire's aspect ratio. And that means it's the sidewall height. It's 65% of your tire's width. So we get this section right here. This is 65% of your tire's width right here. And that's how high your sidewall is going to be. Lower numbers means a shorter, stiffer sidewall, and a higher number means a taller, softer sidewall. Generally, it also depends on what the tire's made of, like the compound, because you can even have like a higher sidewall, but it will give you still like a harder ride. Like these Wild Peaks, they're not super soft, but it is way more comfortable than riding in my Supra. The R means radial construction, which is how virtually all my modern tires are built. Finally, the 17 is your wheel diameter in inches. This whole section right here. It's not how big your whole overall tire is, it's just the wheel. And here's a myth that I want to kill. A wider tire does not automatically mean more grip. Tire compound and tread design often matter more than width. Everyone will say, oh, get a wider tire for your all-terrains. You're way better off getting a tire that can handle the elements that you're trying to throw in than get it like super wide. Something to think of next time you're looking at tires. The next section I'm going to talk about is going to be your load index and speed rating and why that matters. So let's go back over to the tire. So after the tire size, you'll usually see something like this. On my tire, 115T, this is the load index and speed rating. So the load index will be your numbers. So I have 115, and that load index means that each tire can have a maximum load capacity of 2,679 pounds. And the T is your speed rating. The speed rating is the maximum speed of 118 miles an hour. You'll see some other common like speed ratings. You'll see an S, a T, H, V, W, or Y. And each one of those has a different speed rating. So let's go check out the tire on the Supra. So on the Supra, you'll see a ZR. That is an older speed rating. They don't have that speed rating anymore on tires. They replaced it with V. But that means it's capable of 149 plus miles per hour. Here's what people don't realize about speed ratings. They aren't just about top speed. They're also about heat resistance. Even if you've never driven fast, a higher speed rating tire often handles heat a lot better during long highway drives. Now, ignoring load or speed ratings can lead to excess heat, poor handling, and increased blowout risk. So next time you're shopping for a tire, make sure you take into account your load index and speed rating for your vehicle, because that will really make a difference depending on what you use your vehicle for. Now you have to take into account that the speed rating just means that the tire is rated for sustained speeds up to that, as long as you have the proper inflation and load on that tire. If you're overloading that tire, your sustained speed rating is not going to be the same as what it should be if you have the proper load on it and tire pressure. Now let's talk about one of the most important markings on the tire, the DOT number. DOT means the tire meets US Department of Transportation safety standards. At the end of the DOT code are 4 digits. That tells you the tire's manufacture date. Let's go ahead and give you an example of that. If we look right here, you'll see DOT, and then here are the digits that I'm talking about. We're just going to focus on the last 4, the 3523. That means that the tire was made in the 35th week of 2023. So this tire is still good. So why does this matter? Because tires age, even if they've never been used. Rubber breaks down over time due to UV exposure, ozone, temperature changes, and heat cycles. So that means a tire can be brand new with full tread and still be unsafe because it's too old. Most manufacturers recommend inspecting tires after 5 to 6 years, and many safety organizations recommend replacing them by 10 years at the latest, regardless of tread depth. And don't forget your spare tire. Those often fail the first time they're used because they're old. When was the last time you checked your spare tire? I guarantee it's been a long time, and the only other time that you've checked it is because you saw your TPMS light pop up on your dash, and it was because one of the tires were low on pressure, and it turns out to be your spare. Make sure you check that out. The last thing you want to do is be stranded, put a spare on, and then get stranded again because you blew out another tire. Now, obviously, you want to go ahead and constantly have your tires inspected, no matter what. So every single time you go and get them rotated, the tech will go ahead and inspect them. And if you're just doing a visual inspection, make sure you check out that date. If it's like 5-6 years old, make sure you check for signs of dry rot. So you might not see it on the outside of the tire, on the sidewall, but you'll see it a lot on the inside too. So you gotta be careful with that. So this next section, I'm going to talk about mud and snow plus the 3-peak mountain. On a lot of all-terrains, you're gonna see this a lot. You may see M+S, which stand for mud and snow. This means the tire meets the minimum tread design requirement, but it does not mean it's good in severe winter conditions. The 3-peak mountain snowflake symbol is different. That symbol means that the tire has passed a standardized government test for severe snow traction. All tires with the snowflake are tested, not all M+S tires are. So if we check out the all-terrains on my 4Runner, I'm running the Falcon AT3W, and they are mud and snow, plus they have the 3-peak mountain snowflake marking on them. And I have tested these out in the snow, and they are great. I have pretty much no issues. So if you're shopping for some all-terrains that are good in the snow, make sure you get a set of tires that have the 3-peak mountain snowflake symbol on it. So this next section is just gonna be a little bit more on extras for like Sidewall. So passenger tires sold in the US also have a UTQG rating. So treadwear, a relative rating based on testing. So like a 400 rated tire lasts about twice as long as a 200 rated tire in test conditions. Now, if we look at the 4Runner, we will see on the side over here, we're gonna see treadwear. So that's 660, traction is an A, and temperature is a B. So the traction, when it's tested, it measures straight line wet braking only. It does not measure the cornering grip. So as far as the temperature goes, it just measures resistance to heat at speed. So on the side of it, you might also see rotation arrows, inside, outside markings, XL or extra load, reinforced sidewalls. All these affect how the tires should be installed and used. Here's what I'm talking about for like the reinforced tire. So if you look at the tread on the top, it says 2 polyester plus 2 steel plus 2 polyamide. And then the sidewall is just 2 polyester. You're gonna see the max that this tire can hold, which is 2,679 pounds. and the max pressure is 51 psi. Now that's just the max pressure that this holds. You want to go ahead and fill your tire up to the manufacturer's suggested tire pressure that's located on the inside of your door jamb, which, if you don't know where that's at, go to your driver's side, open up the door, and then look at the sticker with the tire on it. So this is the stock tire size, and tire pressure is 32 psi if I'm running 265 60 R17 tires, but I'm running 265 70s. So I might need to increase the pressure just a little bit, but I'm finding that 32 psi is very comfortable, and so is 35. All right, and last thing, we're just gonna go ahead and do a real world walkthrough. So let's go ahead and read the markings on the side of the sidewall. All right, let's go ahead and knock out these numbers. So 265, I know it's 265 millimeters wide. That aspect ratio is 70% of my tire's width. And then I know it's a radial tire, and I have 17-inch wheels on it. My load rating is 115T, which is 2,600 and something pounds. We can actually cheat and look at it right over here. 2,679 pounds, right at the max load. You don't have to look it up. You can just find it over on your sidewall. And the T means that I can go up to 118 miles an hour from a max speed. Don't need to go any faster. That's really fast, honestly. Now, if we check out when these tires are made, they are made in the 35th week of 2023, and they are DOT approved. And then I have my 3-peak mountain snowflake, and they are also mud and snow tested as well. And that's everything you need to know just from the sidewall. I'm also going to decode the Supra's tire, so let's go ahead and check that out too. So let's go ahead and find out where it's at. So 225, I know it's 225 millimeters in width. That is, the aspect ratio is 50% of the width. This is a ZR rated tire. So the R means radial. So Z is outdated now, but Z was the old high performance rated tire, which is rated at over 149 miles an hour. 16 is the size of my wheel. 92 is my load rating. And if we take a look, we can do a quick cheat. We can find our max load, 1,389 pounds. And the W means that it's another speed rating. So it's the max is up to 189 miles an hour. I never plan to go that fast. And these are also mud and snow rated. The tread wear on here is 500, traction is AA, and temperature is A. And if we check out the date down here, it's upside down, but it's 06 of 19. So that is the 6th week of 2019. These tires are 7 years old. I need to get them replaced. All right, guys, and that's it. So once you understand all of this, you'll never look at tires the same way again. If you found this helpful, awesome. I'm glad to help you guys out. If you want to know your tire size, if you really can't figure it out, drop your tire size in the comments and I'll help you decode it. So let me know what you want to see next. Tire pressure myths, winter tires, like more expanding on the winter tires, or how to know when tires are truly worn out. And if you want to go ahead and support my channel, you can go ahead and click the link in the description below. It'll take you to my shop. You can pick up one of these shirts. I have a couple different variants. You can pick up one of these hats. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next ride.